start with the ticket stub. This is our point of entry into the pod. We talk about the news of the week. And one of the biggest headlines, JP, was about a talent fee. So Tennessee is implementing a talent fee, which is basically they're just upping their season ticket prices for next year. They're upping them for season tickets, they're upping them for regular single game. But they're saying, hey, part of this fee increase is because we're going to have to pay players. Like there is a revenue share model that is going to be part of the House settlement, assuming it gets approved. And we need more money to do that because it's going to cost up to about $23 million per year total for the money that the schools are going to pay directly to the athletes. So this is something that is going to be now asked of fans again after collectives have asked for money, after athletic departments have asked for money. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I put up a question on my Instagram story because I wanted to see how fans really felt about it. And I think a lot of people are turned off about the idea of ticket prices going up. It seems like everything's expensive in college football. And the typical fan has long bemoaned the idea that they can't do Saturdays, right? Like Saturday is unattainable for a lot of people. If you've seen the economy right now, I kind of get it. But the overarching thought process for a lot of people is it better work. Like the team better be good. I think people are willing to pay 10% extra if they have a team that they're proud of and happy at the end of the year about what their team achieved. But if the team ain't good, nobody wants to pay the extra 10%. So I think that's going to be the thing. And you start to boil it down. There's a finite amount of teams that get to claim success at the end of the year. And if everybody starts to add a fee so they can make the revenue share work, I think there are going to be a lot of fan bases that are a little bit upset by the end of the year.
Well, I think it's too because like we all know what you're paying to pay coaches and to pay coaches not to coach. But like that money, people are going to continue to spend that. They're not going to want to like take a step back and say we don't have the best coach or we're not making a change when we have to make a change. So they are going to look for other revenue streams, even though they clearly could reallocate money. They're not going to do it. It was interesting. I was on the phone with another athletic director when this story crossed the timeline, and he was telling me, hey, we're probably doing something just like this. And we were actually discussing whether or not you're just going to be transparent and call it something like a talent fee, or you just raise ticket prices and kind of it's a hidden fee. So I at least appreciate the transparency here. But I agree. I mean, I think it asks a lot from fans, just constantly asking them for money and money and money to pay the players, basically, when the schools and conferences have so many millions of dollars coming in. And you're already asking them so much. If you wanted to take a family of four to a game, that is such an expensive Saturday already.
It is. It's super expensive. And I feel for a lot of people in that regard. I'll throw this out here just kind of as the other side of it is in professional sports leagues, we understand how players get paid, right? Like there is a revenue share and we know that if you look at the CBAs, for example, it'll tell you exactly how much of the revenue is going to players. And part of that is the ticket sales, the concessions, parking, things of that nature, television deals, all that kind of stuff. And so I think this idea of passing costs on to fans isn't new, but in college football, it does feel like it's overwhelming.
Yeah. Well, what's the thing for NFL? My dad had to do this. You had to buy your personal seat license, like on top of being able to buy season tickets, like just crazy inventions of things to charge fans. So we'll see. I mean, I think other schools are going to do this. Again, we're still waiting for the House settlement to be finalized, but I do think you're going to see people figuring out ways because this is a new line item that they haven't had for the whole time they've been operating in this way.